Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're getting hands-on with a component that literally acts as a mighty gatekeeper, capable of controlling immense electrical power. We're talking about the BC547 NPN transistor. If you've ever found yourself wondering how a tiny, weak logic signal from a microcontroller can suddenly spin up a massive motor or illuminate a brilliant LED array, well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to examine exactly how this fascinating little semiconductor does all of its heavy lifting.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll officially meet the BC547, break down the anatomy of a switch, master the art of proper biasing, look at switching LEDs and relays, and finally, wrap things up with saturation, cutoff, and safety limits.
Section 1. Meet the BC547 transistor, the tiny giant.
The BC547 packs a massive amount of potential into a standard everyday TO92 package. We're talking a maximum collector-emitter voltage of 45 volts and a max collector current of 100 milliamps. That means it can handle a power dissipation of roughly 500 milliwatts. Plus, it boasts low noise characteristics and a current gain, or HFE as you'll often see it, that ranges anywhere from 110 up to 800, depending on the exact version you have. Now, what's really interesting about these specs is that they prove this component is incredibly versatile. It's perfectly engineered for a huge variety of daily electronic tasks.
So, at its core, the BC547 is a BJT, or bipolar junction transistor. Now, while BJTs are totally famous for signal amplification, today we're zeroing in entirely on its capabilities in switching circuits.
Section 2. Anatomy of a switch, the three terminals.
To really get how this works, think of the collector terminal as the main power station, where your source voltage is just waiting. The base? Well, that acts as the security gate, requiring only a tiny control current to open up and allow the main load to pass right through to the emitter, which is our exit highway. It's pretty wild to think about. Massive power waits at the collector, completely at the mercy of the intelligent control happening right there at that tiny base terminal.
Imagine it like this. When the base is off, the gate is totally closed. The circuit is entirely dark. But apply just a tiny stream of current to that base, and boom, the junction opens up. Huge rivers of current can suddenly flow smoothly from the collector right out through the emitter. It's the ultimate leverage. A minimal input immediately permits a massive output.
Section 3. Mastering proper biasing, the rules of the gate. Now you might be wondering, what actually happens if the base receives too much current? Well, pushing past those spec sheet limits we talked about earlier causes violent thermal spikes. It'll literally melt the internal junctions and instantly destroy the component. Not good.
So, the absolute crucial point here is that we must protect the base, and we do this through a concept called proper biasing. Basically, by placing a specific resistor, which you calculate using Ohm's law, in series with the base terminal, we effectively bottleneck that incoming current down to a safe operating level. This simple step guarantees stable operation without any of that catastrophic thermal damage. Seriously, without calculating and adding this base resistor, your switch is going to fail instantly.
Section 4. Switching LEDs and relays, moving into saturation.
When we're talking about switching circuits, we basically ignore the cutoff and active modes completely and aim straight for saturation mode. By applying sufficient base current, we drop the collector-emitter voltage to its absolute minimum, effectively turning the BJT into a closed switch.
Here is a really key takeaway. Microcontrollers provide the logic, but the BC547 provides the muscle. Think about an Arduino. It operates on very low logic level currents. If you try to wire a heavy-duty relay directly to a GPIO pin, you are absolutely going to fry that board. But if you use the microcontroller to send a tiny low-power signal to a properly biased BC547, pushing it into saturation, the transistor confidently takes the hit.
Once in saturation, the BC547 cleanly drives bright LED arrays, or it activates electromagnetic relay coils. Though, a quick aside, always remember your flyback diode when working with relays to protect your circuit against nasty voltage spikes. It acts as the ultimate safe interface between delicate logic sensors and real-world high-power actions. Honestly, every time a smart device triggers a large physical action, like spinning a DC motor or sounding a buzzer, a transistor just like this one is working behind the scenes. Section 5. Saturation, cutoff, and safety, knowing the limits.
It's really important to remember that the BC547 is an NPN transistor. That means current flows from collector to emitter when the base receives a positive current. Its counterpart, the BC557, is a PNP transistor, which operates with the exact opposite electrical polarity. Understanding this fundamental difference is a massive stepping stone for any builder, ensuring you don't accidentally wire your circuits completely backward.
It really is amazing how much engineering is packed into such a small space. As the saying goes, never underestimate a tiny transistor. With only 3 terminals and a very small control current, I can amplify signals, switch powerful circuits, and help millions of electronic devices come to life. Every major electronic invention out there relies on these small, properly biased components working perfectly together.
You now understand exactly how the BC547 acts as a vital bridge between delicate computer logic and heavy-duty electrical muscle. So, now that you hold the keys to the security gate, what powerful circuit are you going to bring to life? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.